Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 in this series between Lin and 120. Lin spawning as the red orc here under the name Baozi. Not quite sure why, but my wife reading over my shoulder asking me why I'm calling him Lin. But yeah, also the Korean Lin, so not quite sure if he had his friend type up the name for him or if it means something between Korean and Chinese. But anyways, you see Lin spawning over here on the top right hand side of Echo Isle. Over here on the top left, you see 120 spawning as the blue undead. Red versus blue once more. We'll see how, or this time around, we'll see what things are going to be going down in this particular matchup, as we are looking at most likely a Death Knight versus a Blade Master again. Now, in between the two games, I am sure Lin looked at 120's particular build order and figured out how to combat what he saw in game number 1. Now, normally Turtle Rock is generally a orc favored map, so the fact that he lost the map on Turtle Rock has to come as a big shock and surprise to him, but he did end up choosing Echo Isle as his second map. I am expecting a very strong rebound from Lin, as we are looking at a Voodoo Lounge coming across here. The Voodoo Lounge is going to allow him to perhaps be a little bit more aggressive in trying to stop that Death Knight earlier on. The Blade Master took perhaps a little bit too much early damage and wasn't able to heal. Also, the Death Knight was able to just cause constant harassment, and that very first death coil on that Forest Troll Trapper really set things for that Death Knight getting a little bit of extra experience, even though the Blade Master did grab that Tome of Experience there. Now, what are we going to be looking at here as the Acolyte is going to be wandering around? It is a bad day to be a sheep in Azeroth, as well. Undead players like to turn a sheep into skeletal minions, and that's what Acolytes do on this map. Back off to the north, you see the Blade Master now clearing out this Ogre Warrior creep camp, and I think he's purposely trying to absorb all of the damage as much as possible, since piercing damage is not as effective on a hero armor, and that means only one healing salve will need to be used. Alright, a little bit more damage being added. Death Knight gonna try to make its way across, but he's not gonna be able to do nearly as much at all, as the Blade Master is gonna pick up that healing salve, probably two, sell that Scroll of Town Portal, and maybe even have a speed scroll. Yeah, Clarity Potion not needed as of yet. You want to save every bit of gold as much as you can, as we are seeing that tech to tier 2 get underway. Death Knight now going to be coming across here, trying to cause a bit of harassment. Units going into the Orc Burrows, as the North Orc Burrow is now under, well, distress. Acolyte joining in on the action and the fun there. You can see that Orc Burrow down to 96, 87 hit points. And this very aggressive style from 120, knowing exactly how to hit the right pressure points on Lin's army. More skeletal minions now joining in on the fight. 4 orc peons sitting in there throwing out spears, as a new Orc Burrow will be needed over here off to the north. Alright, the timing on this. Is the Death Knight going to be able to come back into that fight, perhaps bring enough units once more, and slow things up? Blade Master, on the other hand, being extremely aggressive. I cannot believe this. He's down to 22 hit points. He needs to heal back up. He did not get everything that he needed, and that is extremely dangerous, as a Crypt Fiend may spot this one unit here. Alright, oh my goodness, this is going to be very dangerous here. Blade Master going after this one unit. Is it going to be able to have enough? Finishes it off, picks up the item, and now down to 32 hit points. May be able to use, the healing salve, and has a wind walk just in case the Death Knight does try to land a death coil. Death Knight, however, going to get to level 2, and this is interesting, that Forest Troll Trapper landing the net on the Grunt. Death Knight gets to level 2, and now the Grunt is going to be taking, well, I thought the Grunt was going to be taking a little bit of damage as well, but that is just not the case. Alright, Blade Master quickly decides to, well, hide away just a bit. Death Knight unable to, does purchase Dust of Appearance. The Blade Master does not have Boots of Speed as of yet, as the Death Knight is wandering around once more. Alright, let's take a look. A little bit of damage here. Crypt Fiends purposely staying on Blight in order to regenerate that hit points. You can see they are taking a little bit of damage, but still regenerating rather nicely. Back off to the south here, Blade Master going to be going after the Ogre Magi here. A nice windwalk strike dealing 70 or excuse me, critical strike, 70-90 damage. That Gloves of Haste adding in faster swings and, well, essentially more procs for that Blade Master. Alright, that Blade Master now has 2 Gloves of Haste. He is attacking extremely quickly, and I'm sure he wants now a Claws of Attack plus 6 or 9 if possible. Blade Master going to be finishing this off right there. Is he going to go ahead and finish it off? Yes, he will. Death Knight, well, trying to chase after the Grunt here, but Grunt will be able to get away. Blade Master nearby. Speed Scroll no longer there, as I'm not quite sure when he started to use it. Now, this is an interesting show here by Lin. Lin opening up with the Tauren Chieftain and now grabbing Endurance Aura as well. He has also gone for a expansion. This is not typical play for an Orc, and it looks as though he wants to go for the long game. Not quite sure how that is going to work out here, as the Dust of Appearance does reveal that Blade Master just a bit. A couple of ensnares do go down. Are we going to see the Blade Master perhaps steal a kill? Yes, I believe he does steal 1 kill, and he's now trying to take down some of those units as well. Blade Master very close to level 3. Is he going to get it? No, he doesn't get it off of that, but he could get it off a Skeletal Minion here in just a moment, as the Murlocs seem to be turning on him. Alright, let's see what's going to be happening here. Blade Master now trying to run away. No more units. Oh, there's a Nightcrawler that actually shadow melded, and since he was the last remaining unit, we're going to see him pick up an item there, and very, very good map awareness by 120 to notice that, hey, there's still an orange marker indicating that that creep camp was not crept out. Blade Master quickly wandering away here, does buy another Dust of Appearance charge, as the Tauren Chieftain wandering around here could get or will get to level 2 here in just a moment. The Blade Master, however, will not get that experience unless the Tauren Chieftain now backs off. Alright, Forest Troll Berserker also in here as well. He is taking a large bit of damage, a lot of bashing going on here, as the Blade Master still sitting at level 2, unable to really benefit from any of that last experience, as the Death Knight now gets to level 3. Alright, Skeletal Minions off here. They're going to follow this line of peons, but it may end up giving that Blade Master exactly what he needs if the peon does end up falling, going after an Acolyte here. Acolyte gonna get taken down. There's level 3. That is absolutely huge, as the peons arrive to the party a little bit too early, and now, well, they are going to be trying to finish off this one particular town hall. Alright, Blade Master sitting at level 3. Those peons are in a very exposed situation. Tauren Chieftain now coming in from the north. Tauren Chieftain does have stomps ready to go. Speed Scroll now coming across. Death Knight now trying to run away. There's a big stomp right there, catching a lot of those units off guard. Alright, 1 or 2 peons. Are they going to be able to escape? One does hide in a mine. The other does not, as we are going to be looking at, well, perhaps 1 or 2 more peons being trained and adding some Orc burrows for some additional defense. 20 gold a second now for Lin. Lin also going into Headhunters. A bit of a surprise there, as the Headhunters are not something that you normally see coming across from an Orc player. It looks as though we are still just now getting into some Obsidian statues. I believe we are at Black Citadel, so the Lich should have that Orb of Corruption, as you can see there. Death Knight still wandering around, as that Blade Master is, well, in a rather precarious situation, wandering straight through. Alright, what is he going to purchase? What is he going to need? He sells a Gloves of Haste, picks up Scroll of Healing. And does he have the Spirit Walkers yet? There is an Ensnare, but that is, well, just an illusion. Beautiful use of illusion, or Wand of Illusion right there. Not something that you see an illusion usually on, and that kind of baited that particular attack there. Now Death Knight is going to be wandering in back from the south here. The peons may try to do a bit of repairing. Tauren Chieftain may try to lead the way, and he's going to try and get into position. There's a quick silence, though, by the Dark Ranger, as the Kodo Beasts are now in position. Alright, the Tauren Chieftain still silenced. He is now trying to get into position. Is he going to be able to stomp anything? There it is. There's the big stomp, but the grunts have already taken a fair bit of damage. That stun lasts so long. So much free damage and damage mitigation with that stun there, as the Tauren Chieftain throws down another stun, hitting multiple Crypt Fiends and those Obsidian statues. Blade Master gets taken down at level 3, as the Tauren Chieftain is still in a little bit of trouble. Alright, so far though, there is a lot more ranged attacks, which is a very good indication that the Frost Armor is not going to work nearly as well. There's Frost Armor again. Tauren Chieftain down to 28 mana, unable to throw any more stomps down as the Death Knight. Oh, Obsidian Statue getting taken down. Tauren Chieftain is hiding back across over here. Not quite sure why, as we're still throwing down more attacks. Perhaps we're going to see a couple of more ensnares, and those ensnares are making this retreat very, very difficult. Grunt going to get taken down as the Raiders are still continuing this fight here. Obsidian Statue still ensnared. That is a very, very expensive unit, as the Tauren Chieftain now needs to back off. It looks as though a Crypt Fiend isn't going to be able to make it out. More damage being added here, continuing this fight. Are the Grunts going to go after those units? A beautiful Frost Nova finishing off a Forest Troll Berserker, but more ensnares are coming in from behind. Any sign of retreat is very, very difficult at this point, as both sides are losing in this war of attrition. Another Obsidian Statue, one more hit could do it. Tauren Chieftain now trying to run away. He does have Endurance Aura, takes a Frost Nova though. Will he be able to turn the corner? And it looks like he will be able to do exactly that. The Death Knight had enough mana, did not throw down the Death Coil, as the units are now going to be retreating. Alright, winning out in a war of attrition works if you have more, if you can lose more, and that's exactly what we see so far coming in from Lin. Lin has the extra economy. He can afford to lose more, even though he does not want to. He doesn't want to feed the Undead Tri-Hero monster. Once that Death Knight gets to level 5 and that Lich gets to level 5, the hero nuking ability just goes through the roof, as we now see Dark Rangers being added with those black arrows. That is important because of that Dark Ritual from that Lich, getting some free additional mana here. Are we going to see them jump inside that Orc Burrow? No, we are not as of yet, as the Raiders are now coming across. All right, there's one ensnare. Orc Burrow launching in some free attacks. Where is the Blade Master? Blade Master bringing up the rear right there, as he is now resurrected. Tauren Chieftain going to get in position here. We should be throwing down a stomp. There is a stomp, a beautiful stomp in the midst of the fight there. Ghouls getting taken out. And another stomp, hitting another 4 units and the Dark Ranger as well. All right, let's take a look at this Raider. Going to throw down another ensnare. The Obsidian Statue going to get taken out. There it goes. Tauren Chieftain now pretty much low on mana, but still trying to lead the charge here, as the units are now backing off. Beautiful play by Lin, as that low hit point Raider should be backing off so far. Alright, are we going to see another engagement? Kodo Beast does not have anything in its belly. Oh, Obsidian Statue may get caught in transit. A beautiful stomp once more, slowing things up. Second Kodo Beast comes into play, making it that much more difficult to remove that extremely powerful damage buff. Alright, more Crypt Fiends coming in to join in on the fight. There's a Dust of Appearance, revealing the Blade Master. Blade Master kind of hiding off to the side here, as you see a low hit point Obsidian Statue and a Kodo Beast end up falling. Alright, there we go. Both sides losing a lot of units. There goes another Crypt Fiend. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 4. He has a lot of hit points. You do not want to try and take down just the sponge of damage right here, as the Tauren Chieftain is just offering a damage bonus, and pretty much that is it at this point. He is not engaging for some strange reason, and that is perhaps the biggest head scratcher right there. The Tauren Chieftain fighting off to the side, as the Blade Master once again falls at level 3. Tauren Chieftain finally joins in on the fight again. Kodo Beasts are now looking to back off. There is enough grunts to finish off the units. And even though the Blade Master has fallen a second time in this game, I gotta believe that the Orc is winning this fight, as the Lich may get taken down. There it goes. The Death Knight is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get surrounded. And that could be the, well, another sign of worse things to come. The Raiders throwing down an ensnare on the Obsidian Statue, and there it is. The economic advantage playing a big role in this game. The amount of gold being harvested, 1,600 gold being harvested more, even though we had 1,400 gold lost to upkeep. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 2 in this series. Please stay tuned for the deciding game number 3.